to don some pain. 2 Julies as well, and JT got both of them, by the way, so he's just wrapping some firepower to his teammates. The Liege gets overrun. Too many T's up in his face, and holds up now in the off angle. Oh, triple jump, and it's Sun Pius that nails the headshot.
Oh, the Julies might not matter, but dueling is what Floppy's doing. Up close with a USP. Snipes down onto 2. You said there were too many T's. Well, not anymore. We need some more CTs in here, Vince, because they're bringing the pain. 56 seconds on the clock. Flank round the back with the Julies in the hands of Grim. Unloads onto the head. Quick flick from Magisk. Oh, he might actually pick this one up as well. Dinks down onto JT. 17 HP, Vince, and he's got the bomb. He can make a maneuver round towards upper and peace out on this one.
Yeah, this is where JT, being selfless, actually can come back and strike them. It can haunt, because he dropped 2 Julies, no Kevlar afforded, so any bullet on his person now, and he's a goner. But Magisk decides to push outside instead. Oh, he's going to go straight to the site here, but JT has no kit, no idea as to where the last pesky T is currently residing. He's about to get flanked. Magisk not giving this one up, slowly creeping his way up the ladder. How JT wishes he had a kit at this point, and it's going to be the landing stock. No clipped wings today, just a post plant into success. And Madden with a smile on his face. And they have absolutely no idea. Up close is where the MP9 is going to shine. They could clump up. This could be a field day for Liege. He's going to wait for that opportune moment. But although he only gets 1, it's a lobby crunch from 3 separate angles. And complexity bounce right back.
All right. Oh, mate, that's hilarious. You can ban the snap tap, but you can still have some funny chat. The Wu-Ting profiles being traded. And the gameplay commencing. So Madden down early. Obviously, with the weaponry you've got here, it may be something a bit more shock and awe, try and get the weapons out of their hands, but Elige, the big man flanking maneuvers, Vince. Going for it again with the backstab round through lobby. And the nade is so meaty. Oh, it's chunky like an overfed cat. Really quite large. And this play could be even bigger. 3 frags to collect for Elige. Oh, nearly gets away with murder. But they tidy up at least. Hauzerk should be able to connect onto the last man. Shut down some Pius. I say should, being the operative word there. As he turns onto him with a tech, Vince. Now this is a little bit more worrying, actually. He's down towards the B bomb site. You're thinking this one's an easy walk in the park. Could be a windy day for complexity. 2 versus 1. Some Pius looking to make some money. Maybe make a play.
He tries to fake the bomb out, and that's allowed him to bridge the gap, tighten the noose. Playing in such orthodox positions and not really being willing to push the initiative, that they just become stale. They become very easy to read. So it's good the complexity is starting to half out like this.
Oh, okay. He's gone for it a few too many times on a flank. So this time he switches it up with a ramp rush, but Magisk, clean connections. He's low, 19 HP, but the 2K was sublime. And Grim, it's like what we saw earlier in the showdown. He's been looking pretty crisp with the taps. See if he can clean up on this.
He's gonna get mollied out, but be careful what you wish for. Takes down Magisk, who was pretty low. And now Madden sprayed through, nearly got it done out of nowhere. In the blink of an eye, and nearly closed both sets.
JT looking for the peek over the top of main roof, and you've got the assist from Floppy as well. Floppy's been looking pretty good. He's going to be tested though, Vince. The magnitude of them walking towards him. Quick 1-for-1 trade up from the stairs, hits the head onto Sun Pius, but Madden replies. Fadeaway spray from JT gets a bit of chip damage off. Madden's got the angle. He should win that fight, but he doesn't. Goes down. Snappy replies inside of the vents, and we've got a 3v3.
Should have been a clean win as well, but Magisk catches Grim on the rotation. And additionally, by the way, Grim did 80 health in damage to Snappy afterwards. Tons and tons of impact, but the Falcons still maintain the advantage. Every opportunity to win from this point. HE gonna tap down Snappy to a 5 HP margin. He's the only player now, Magisk, that is healthy on the board, nails the headshot. Another player that's really stepped up his individual performances as of late is Magisk. And Holzer caught from the side from Dupree. So death from 1,000 angles, and finally Falcons, for the first time in 5 rounds, have tasted success.
Outside push early. Elige has been switching it up, relatively dynamic. Outside of the 2 pushes we saw towards outside, every time it's been a slightly different angle, playing up close. This time behind the box towards the T-Red. Just the one player, though, looking to counter him. He's got into a good off angle as well. Madden will find it, so Elige down. Floppy, paranoid now about potentially pressure being put on Secret, but he's got to defend the ramp, and that's a beautiful tap. Lovely swing, and even falls back further. Halzerk assisting as well.
Hit and run, huge. Oh, and he's landed the headshot as well on Snappy. Here comes the cavalry, the backup in the form of Grim. Floppy take a bow, perfectly holding ramp, falling back. And although Elige died for free outside, it didn't end up mattering. Not been required too much so far, Jackie. I think it's safe to say complexity looking good. Oh, that flick from Holzerk. Dupree sent cartwheeled off the top of the vents. Hell of a shot from the Norwegian, and he's got another where that came from. Elige through the smoke as well, and Team Falcons are being dismantled.
Oh, mate, they are playing with their food, Vince. This is brutal to watch. One by one, they walk into the big Halzerk. He smites them down heavy. Hit him with the scope and leaving him broke, and Magisk's the only one that remains. A minute of uncomfortable time left on the clock, with a Galil and a flashbang being the only 2 pieces he has to work with. And no fights are going to come for free here. He was ready for it on the swing. Really clean on the follow-up, actually. Takes down Halzerk. How much more have you got for us, Magisk? He's been looking pretty crisp in the game. It's only been him, though, that's been hitting some corkers. And now Orn is lonesome with 30 seconds. Can he make it messy? Close range engagement doesn't overextend and peek into too many angles at once. Grabs the AK fully loaded clip, but he's the one that gets spent by Floppy. On it today. Halzerk absolutely bonneting them every time they peek into him. 7-2. Minute on the clock. Resmoke goes up, but they've already walked out. Going in through Squeaky. Floppy up top angle, but Grim's doing all the work down below and makes it look easy. No shenanigans here for Falcons.
Ooh, Grim, a 4K. Another player that's been stepping his level up. Lovely. Yes, against an eco, but still, you can only kill what's up against you, and he did that in style. There's flashes being tossed in, Molly smokes the whole 9 yards, and he still stands his ground and delivers with a lovely 4K there. Dupree, not happy.
Having the fun sucked out of it for Falcons. Ooh, hello. Snappy on the move in through main, though. He's seen the barrel. Cleaves through the corner. Rips the head off of Elige. It goes both ways, though, Vince. JT now knows about their angles. Tries to make the moves, but Snappy shuts him down. 5 versus 2. One of the few rounds we've seen Falcons look so dominant.
Goes out, though. Can't let them back in. Madden down to 18, but still able to muster up the strength for the KO.
Oh, here we go. Snappy nose. And he takes the nose off of ourselves.
Smart play, but he's all alone. He needed that Overwatch to be provided from Sun Pius, who was going down secret, missed his chance, peeks back out again, and Halzerk's having that all day, every day. Oh, Falcons reading off different scripts right now. And Grim, unfortunate timing, but still does damage to Snappy. And considering it's a 2-on-4, I don't think his life is going to be in vain. JT with a spray, looking good for Complexity to secure a 9-3 half here. And a very flat T side here, Jack.
They might be called Complexity, but it's simple to say they are dominating against Falcons here on Nuke in the first half. The Snappy's down. Complexity will pick that one up and look to steamroll through the first map. I didn't expect that one, but that's pretty good. Oh, you made me snort. You've done me on that one.
Mission complete.
Pack the bags. Right then. Well, can they throw the backpack at them? Maybe there's bricks in there, Vince. Backpack full of bricks. And Sun Pius, he hits JT over the head with it. Probably quite painful. Snappy though, down on the bomb site. Looking to make moves on the USP. 3 versus 3. Bombs being planted as Grim will get those digits punched in. And Hauzerk, he's got the Benjamin Franklin in his hands. And there's going to be some dead presidents from him as he's down on the ground. Ooh, Elige though, still cooking, Vince. 1v2, could make the play. And Snappy denies.
Some great fragging there from Falcons. You know, maybe I've underestimated him here. Snappy with the smile. It's still early days, of course. It is a best of 3. I don't know what that was from Mages. I don't know what that was, mate.
Oh, he's been possessed.
Wasn't that stolen from the other basketball players?
Oh, yeah, I think it was actually, right? And then they slapped a label on it. But it was like, what they called the Monstars. That was it. That was the bad villain team.
Oh, UMP. All right, Alzerk's got some success with it. Rushing downstairs. They know this, though, Falcons. So Snappy can hold in position for the time being, but he needs a little bit of backup. There's going to be tons of T's spilling outside, and he misses his shot completely. Fortunately, though, Madden on long-range MP9 is going to put that to use, and it's down to JT in a 1-on-3.
That one would terrify you, mate. The tracers just whizzing by the back of your head. It's like when you see a spider late at night. You go, oh. That's how JT's feeling. Spinny Deagle, though. +10 to damage. There we go. Straight to the brain. Gets himself the Galil as well. Watch this, Vince. Man's about to clutch. Bomb goes down. 1v2. He's going to take the fight on ramp. Sniffs him out. JT finds the follow-up. Sun Pius down in the dirt. Magisk with 10 health. The last one to betray. Oh, he's so close to the mark. But Magisk denies it in complexity. Do not take their 10th.
It's such a great effort from JT, though.
About 50 seconds left in the round. 5 versus 5. Dupree up close towards the vent with the MP9. Magisk looking to back him up as well. Gets on the right-hand side of the angle. Spotted. Stereo frags. 1 on either side. Hauzerk and Grim open up the bomb site. The crowbar for complexity. Can Falcons somehow recover it? Not looking good. Snappy gets slain, and Madden and Sun Pius is all that remains.
Yeah, they're looking to try and save these two M4s. Galil spray from Elige on point. Shatters the windows and shatters the dreams of Sun Pius. It will be double digits. Complexity, the favorites coming into this game, showing us why. And this is typically a map they struggle, an 11% win rate on Nuke. In fact, pardon me, 14%. I did them dirty on 7 maps played. Still not great, though. And yet they're coming in here and they're making this look comfortable.
Terrorists win.
It does. Kind of harsh, though, because like we always meme on players for just saying nice after winning every single round. They clap,
but it works. It works.
It does.
It's a classic. There's a reason everyone nices. None of this is very nice. If you're a fan of the Falcons, it's rough for them right now. Getting beaten to a pulp, obviously, weaponry-wise, it's not great. You only have the one saved gun to really try and step up to the plate with in the hands of Madden. There is a second rifle, though. You grab that M4 off the body of Elige. So 2 weapons back now. Madden's got to make the play. Ooh, the follow-up frag, Vince. It's a dink, but it's not actually the full commit.
Snappy needs to have some serious impact over here on ramp. Oh, that looked like it could have been on. He does tag Hauzerk, but it's just 35, and that may not be good enough. Now all T's clumping together, pushing in, 2 of which are weakened. Grim gonna go out first, JT just behind him, and Sun Pius is watching the cross, but he's already missed his first opportunity. He knows that Grim is round the corner. Molotov could force him into position. There's always that wraparound for Snappy as well, but his main linchpin player has been thwarted. And with a smoke in his eyes, he's not gonna be able to deny this bomb plant. I mean, surely he goes in for this. If the relay damage comes back in, he knows both players are low, but Hauzerk was so quick to leap on top of the hut and shuts any potential down. 11-5 now. On a pretty weakened biome. You can see already there's only 2 smokes remaining. You've got no AWP. It feels like Sun Pius has had the AWP like 1 time in this entire match. which is so grim from his perspective. Snappy in the meanwhile, though, being forced out of position, but they do have the side swipe in from Sunpies. The bait switch working out, but now he has fell down to Holzerk's hand.
The Hulk hands of Holzerk hit heavy as those fists deal damage. But the double M combo, Magisk and Madden trade back. And now there's just a duo that remain for complexity. Grim on the walk-up doesn't expect Dupree, laying low, crouching like an animal in beast mode, and the Falcons will pounce. They survive for at least one more round.
They can come straight back in with another buy. To be honest, they can afford to buy in the next round as well. Sure, Elige will be down low. Everyone else should be okay. So there's no easy way forward for Falcons here. It's going to have to be consistent big performances, and it's Elige that snatches the life away from Madden outside. Sunpies wants to try and get some kind of avenging kill in play, but needs to make sure he doesn't put himself down that tightrope as well.
It's got to be such a flawless half from this point forward for Falcons. And already going down a man. Yeah, it's not going to be happening on this one, is it? You're buckling. Madden and Sunpies thrown to the blender. Outside becoming an abattoir, and it seems like Elige is the butcher. Pulls out the blade, slices his way through Dupree. That is a filthy shot. And Falcons left hanging on a ledge now. 50 seconds. Time is basically just a formality for complexity to finish this one and lock in Nuke as their win. Magisk left on 20 health. Snappy with so much to get done on the lurk round from ramp side. The site taken over as complexity. Mark A is their domain. And Snappy is down and out. Floppy finishes him. Magisk the last to fall. Try as he might though. Hits one back. JT slain. Pepper and bullets round towards Squeaky Vince, but in a 1v3, surely it's done.
Delaying the inevitable, isn't he, realistically? Second he peeks outside the main, he's going to get shut down. There's a double stack as well on different levels of verticality up on the box. And there it is. Holzerk puts the full stop behind a very solid Nuke performance. Complexity taken in style. If you are a stats type person, it is a pretty bleak picture for Falcons. A 41.7% win rate on their CT side. And this is a map we know complexity very strong on the aggressive side of things. So for me, they're going to have a solid start here, Jackie. If they go down early, I do fear the worst, but it is going to be Snappy stepping up first to get one, as it's just a shooting gallery back and forth, but it's the CTs coming out ahead with Sunpies nailing 2 headshots.
Oh, here we go then. Can they stop the flop? Oh! Man tries to turn, looking for the backstab onto Magisk coming over the bridge, but he will find it. So no big clutch round there.
With complexity having nobody in any separate angle to watch for the flank, they're going to have to push forward here. Going to try and deal with this sandbags position. Snappy gets one, but Elige and Holzerk both come through with kills of their own, making this a really costly and scrappy round now for Falcons, but it seems like they may have stabilized.
Elige, can he make it any more costly than it already is? The tap shots with the Tech 9 ever so slightly off. The micro looked pretty good. Like the adjustment on the actual aim, you can see how close he was to hitting those.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That would have been the game plan coming in. They know they're starting on CT side. Just get that fast 3-0. Build up surplus cash. A nest egg if things start to go wrong. And Madden has kicked off this rifle round, taking out JT. 0-4 so far. He was fantastic in their first matchup at the full showdown. Struggles a little bit here. HE up and over. Holzerk forced out of position. 2 players peeking him. He's just going to try and keep them busy here while the rest of his teammates start to make moves over on the B side. But bypassing that smoke is Dupree. It's a strong position. They're trying to deal with him, but it's so hard to pierce through that smoke. He's doing a lot of damage through there himself. Elige feeling worse for wear.
Dupree repositions as the smoke fades. HE goes in, follow up Incendiary as well. Buying a bit of time. Meanwhile, Snappy, Molly in his hands, peek towards the ramp, looking for the info. The Denies a late wrap back towards the A site. It's awkward for Dupree. The movement throwing him off. Kit drop cold on the ground, and Sampaio next in line with the MP9. In Complexity, they link back up. Strength in numbers here, looking to go together. Elige on the walk up, and then the totem pole boost. You peek in together, but the MP9 absolutely feasts, and they're both gone. It's now only Grim with 20 seconds, and living up to his name, Vince, this is a Grim round to be left in.
I love that smoke they tossed in there, though, Jackie. Allowing Sampaio to play up close while a second player is just putting bullets through the smoke. Such an uncomfortable round for Complexity. They've just been smothered, just choked out, asphyxiated down on the B staircase. Smokes with Dupree. Sure, he got caught off, but he tried to pull back to the site because he knew they had no more smokes, mollies, or flashes to play with over there.
And we're seeing it. It felt like they couldn't really get a good grasp on the game on the first map. But the claws have certainly come out here. JT, though, frustrated. He strikes back against Madden and opens up at least some room to breathe towards the A site. Everyone grouped up, looking for a clash. Snappy is low as well. 20 HP on him. Alzerk has the AWP. They overextend. He's going to be ready for it. Actually pushes ahead through the smoke. Heads up maneuver. Even getting the tag off. Not the full commit, but you like the confidence on it. The response back from the CTs is an educated one to go for the boost, but Elige adjusts his crosshair so quickly and hits the head of Dupree.
Well, I would be surprised if on the cam Dupree's had a bit of an angry reaction to that one. He really should have done better as JT comes and he cleans up the rest. Snappy can do little on his 20 HP other than save. Taking that entry fragging role for his teammates, trying to alleviate some of that pressure, but Snappy's going to apply it back on directly to the throat of Elige. If you can neutralize and evaporate Elige and any potential impact he has, that is definitely one way to conquer Complexity. We saw, and Pimp mentioned this, that multiple of those players that weren't called Elige did perform on Nuke, and they're going to be called upon to go above and beyond one more time. JT won't have any impact in this one, though. He also found and fragged by Snappy, who continues his impressive hot streak to Vertigo. Floppy with a little bit of success on the return, but tons of damage to Holzerk. Dropped down to 6 HP.
4 versus 3. Sampaio, 46 health. Smoke's going off on the site. Hauser with the last of the utility throws the flashbang over, and that's the mark to go in. Grim on the Galil gets gory, but Dupree battles back with the M4. Sampaio looking for the wall bang, but Madden finds the full frontal assault with the M4. Bullet to the brain, and Hauser, it dawns on him. 10 seconds, all he can do is save. A good adjustment shot. Strikes against Dupree, but you've got to bail. No follow-up round. No chaining them together. It's Falcons back to their winning ways. Even going for the walkout on mid. Taking map control off the Complexity. Grim. Damn good. It's a nice connection. Good opening frag. So 5 versus 4, this time in flavor of Cole. Favor, rather. Flavor of the round is good for Grim. Tastes like strawberries, Vince. Ooh, Snappy. Get a bit of a dink back off, so Elige with just 3 health. It's going to be a late round finish. Elige walking off the ramp now. He's going to group up with everyone else. You're going for that late B hit. Utility's still there. They've got smokes. Chuck those on over. Can Sampaio find an opening? No, beheaded. Here we go.
Exquisite shot. That's kind of what I'm talking about. They get the opening pick, which is a thing they really have not enjoyed at all. Look at the stats there. Grim is 0 and 4 for opening duels so far in this game. A didn't work, Jackie. They went to B. They found some success, but it's not necessarily something they can bank off because it really did come off the back of getting the opening pick through middle, courtesy of Grim. That you know that you're kind of against the sleeping giant, and eventually they're going to wake up. So that pressure really is palpable. You feel like you've got to get as many rounds here while they're weakened. HE's tossed up and over, going to force Sampaio out. Shoot gallery for Snappy, but it's the IGLs that both douse themselves with a kill. An even trade. The Complexity will be happy with that. Again, it's going to thin out Falcons just that little bit more, and they got tons of time to utilize that.
Magisk back towards quad. Goes for the cheeky information peek. How's that clearing it? Pre-scoped up. JT walking in unison. Looking for the info. Meanwhile, incendiary thrown over. Good use of the Molotov to clear the angle with the backstab. Bullets being shot over, but no connection. 2 frags for the T's. Add another one on top as Grim grabs free and Madden is down. Pius with 28 HP. Forced to walk his way through the round and just wait for it to expire, and it's not going to be a free save at all. Floppy pops him.
That's definitely the play in the back of Falcons' mind, thinking we had a 5-0 start, boys. Like, how have we let this one slip? How have we not crushed this half? They still can take a 9-3 lead. They still have this under their thumb, but they're being sprayed down from Elige, and Halzerk just pivots in with a kill of his own.
Halzerk as well with a HE, blows away Pius. Deals some damage, soften him up enough that it could be a winnable round. It's not going to go easily for them. A little bit of self-inflicted damage back onto Grim, but the site is taken. And make the most of this one then. Magisk on the walk-up, instantly clocked by Grim. And at that point, Snappy realizes it's not worth going fishing. Give it up, run back towards the site, hold on to just the M4 and the armor. And you can imagine Vince, off the back of losing this round, he's going to be all snap, no happy.
No, I think that smile is turning into a frown very quickly indeed. There's no golf claps to be spotted here, and there will be no saved M4.
Now, obviously, the money's betraying you. The voices in your head's starting to get louder and louder as well. You feel like things are going wrong each round. And what have you got to work with? Couple upgraded pistols, 2 Deagles. But they've got a Grim. And the Reaper walks out on middle. Looks to take down a few of the CTs and will slice his way through 2. Madden on the Deagle's done some damage back though, and he's going confident. He's bold, looking for the headshot. No clean connection on that one, but they've armed themselves, Vince. 2 AKs saved. And Madden on the Deagle could be room for an upset on a round.
Man, those were 2 sick Deagle shots in mid. It's put them into the debate now, the conversation to potentially win this round, but Magisk has fallen down for the 6th time, just the 1 kill to his name. Halzerk up close. As an AK picked up, you don't want your AWP up close like this, and it's gonna get punished. Madden comes through and Dupree gets the last kill. Madden with the 4K, snatching the life and this round out the pocket of Complexity.
With just the Deagle in his hands, Madden proves that he's the man of the round. That is beastly, mate. Replays on these bad boys. Snapshot onto the cranium of Elige. And then the 2-tap to finish them off, and Snappy. And there's weapons to work with. Grim warming up the top of his head with the fire on the ladder. And Pius wants to bring the heat on the scope. Once again, aggressive on this. It's a similar angle, but he'll hit it this time. Grim done.
Funneled into a 2-2 formation on Complexity. Elige may get one, but Dupree's there to counteract, and May just gets too aggressive, gets punished. Pius, though, with the shot, the quick fire, scope onto Floppy, keeps the player advantage for the Falcons. And that previous round may have been the power play that reignites and gives Falcons that second wind to soar high. But Halzerk has other plans, boosting up JT, who comes in with 2 and just snatches the life away from Falcons once more. Snappy in a 1-on-2, going to be trying to bait his way in. HE down, trying to mask his approach. But now he knows where both players are. The spray is good. He's already tagged up JT. Just one more bullet will seal the deal. Missing out somehow, some way, and has to switch to the sidearm. He's got time, and he's got the kill on top of it. He'll take this down for an 8-4 lead.
The post-mortem connection as he shoots the bodies and defuses the bomb. Snappy. Huge round for the Falcons, giving them 8 at the half.
Now Complexity need this pistol, so desperately require this. Otherwise, it may be a bridge too far. Falcons getting aggressive. They got tons of utility, looking for the execute over on the B site, but they're going to be boosting up. JT and Magisk gonna see head-to-head. I thought he'd been baited out by the fact he got tagged through that wooden panels, but instead, it's Dupree that sets himself alight, and now Floppy has to try and hold the line. 2 kills come in, Grim helping him out, and Floppy, another one for the man. He has done an exquisite job, a stellar job of locking this sound down, and it's gonna be a leash to pick up the pieces. Complexity looked like they were cooked, but Floppy had other ideas.
Falcons. How much confidence have you got with the bar you're bringing to the table? Mac 10s and Tech 9s up in the face. Hauser, he wants to make this round a fable. Takes away the first man instantly. Some pious down and out. Elish eating nades as Snappy slays with the Tech 9. Oh, there's the follow-up as well from Magisk, and even Snappy doubling up for 2. Problems arising for Complexity now. You take the pistol, but you lose this conversion round. The money's in the bin, and Falcons will take 9. So ridiculous, man. Like, he really is going above and beyond in so many of these rounds. Terrorists win. It's like the worst case scenario as well. Okay, so the 2 guns that were brought over from the previous rounds, basically everything you've got in terms of firepower. Surrounding that, it's a CZ for Elish, 5-7 on Grim, and Hauser with a Deagle. But they might get murked before they even get a chance to show what those pistols can do. I mean, the Mac 10 of Snappy out on mid, claims 1 and makes some money, but Elish showing the CZ can still be impactful on the swing.
It's a clean kill for Elish, and he upgrades to the AK. That's a huge passage of play in this round. Smoke to the entry point, or the exit point, depending which way you look at it, from the T's perspective at least. And Elish is going to give Magisk his final exit in this round as the bullet goes straight through his skull. Now the rotation can come through the back as well, where Elish can hold them in position. They've got time, they've got a little bit of utility between the 2 of them, and they're both healthy. So Complexities still need to navigate their way through these murky waters. They've given themselves a sturdy life raft in which to do it. And I think Elish has just spotted the elbow around the corner. He knows exactly what's coming up. He was waiting, anticipating. And those predatory instincts kicked in. A 3rd kill for Elish. I think it's safe to say the Giant may have just woken up.
Crazy, bro. You see, like, the shakes on him. It's getting to him. Rough rounds to lose. 10 frags to his name, JT. He was looking to climb to 10. Goes down, though. Snappy. Wow, we've been singing his praises, but again, this is a ridiculous individual performance. Those 2 frags, you've basically done it. You've come in, cracked open a bomb site.
And yet here he is, performing out of his mind. Ridiculous couple of entries.
And 4 rounds is all that hangs in the balance between them both. I mean, at least there's weapons to work with on either side now. Everyone actually has firepower. Elish looking for the opening peak, supported by Hauser on the left-hand side, peeking down a ramp. Pepper sprays them, lots of damage done. Dupree left on 43 HP, but Sampaius takes the round into his own hands. Good for 1 before he's taken out. Grim moves in to replace the position that's left open by the death of Halzerk. Meanwhile, Elish is still finding impact, and it goes down to Magisk. 1 versus 3. Tons of time on the clock. The Poseidon in his hands. Can he somehow wash over Cole in this round and bring it back?
That's been a drought for him in terms of frags so far. He's got a minute left, though, to conjure some storm clouds, perhaps. Molly down onto the scaffolding, just trying to burn out one of the angles. He can focus his attention elsewhere, pick up the bomb as well. So the first tick has been checked in, but he's made noise. They know exactly where he is. And that will be his death sentence signed. Elish with another.
Second by second. Falcons getting ready to put the pedal to the metal and go for the play on the B-bomb site. Floppy. He's had some crisp rounds. What can he do here? Flicks up on the first, but it's a 1-for-1 trade as Magisk makes the play back. Elish again. Assaults with the AK. Hits the head of Dupree, and JT steps up as the next in line. Divine AK work. Good for 2. Swing back from Elish, and they clean house on the hit at the B site. Back's turned, walk up close. Got to clear the sandbags. Elige waiting for the play. He's going to hear the footsteps and knows that he can strike. No one's clearing him. Luckily, Sampaius on the reply finds the shot. Oh, near miss from Halzerk as well. The bolt action not delivering as the AWP falls down to the ground. Halzerk slain off the shot of Sampaius, who's having a big round now. 2 frags and 2 players left for Complexity. Make that just 1. JT with a bullet to the brain. Dupree shuts him down and Floppy is forced to save it. Falcons finally get to 11. Always so much establishing pressure on the defaults from Falcons towards ramp. CT side setup for Complexity has been changing it up. Every few rounds, they're trying to keep you guessing, so you can't clear the common angles. Halzerk on the walkout, though. Loses in the head-to-head of the AWPers. So potentially back-to-back impact rounds for Sampaius with the plays made. Elige, are they going to clear it? Same position once again. The double HE is perfect. It forces him down to the ground. They know that they've now got a clear site to work with. And for Floppy and JT, it's the same situation again, Vince. You've got to save.
That's the problem with sandbags, man. Like, if you have no presence out on the scaffolding side on short to at least be able to trade back for like a 1-for-1, it's really easy pickings. You can double nade as they did just there. Molotov is going to completely ruin Elige as well. And you got to say as well, Halzerk out in that position, it was a great shot from Sampaius, but you expect him to get at least 1 kill from there. You said it yourself. He's in a position he's comfortable with. He had 2 supporting teammates to make sure that he didn't get rushed down or forced out from flashes and smokes. It still got nailed. Sampaius really coming alive. Floppy, in the meanwhile, last player left, trying to save, but he's been encircled and he's been fragged, and that is going to have significant repercussions into the next round. A few players can buy, but 2 are down below $2,000.
Digits punched in, and time ticking. A 6th man on the server for Falcons as the pressure's applied for Complexity. 1 man steps up to the plate. Elige delivers the killing blow onto Madden. JT strikes with the CZ. Sampaius is panicking, and the shots are not landing. Snappy, he's done so much, but they call on him again. Strikes with the AK for 2, but can't finish it. Complexity survive another round.
Whew. By the skin of the teeth. Smiles on the faces, though. A far cry from Halzerk smacking his desk. Get a masseuse out, man. Give Snappy a back row. Dude is carrying this team so hard right now. Beautiful double from the CZ of JT, though.
He's waiting to see if anyone's going to come walking out towards ramp. The early ramp setups from Falcons have been what they've been going for time and time again. But here it's a triple threat towards middle. They go for the boost over the top. Grim, what's the vertical flick looking like? He's trained those bad boys. Good adjustment. Tags onto Dupree and even postures off. Meanwhile, at the B site, it's Floppy with the spray.
Magisk has nailed JT, though, so Complexity can't get too aggressive. And speaking of which, we got 2 pesky T's slowly and steadily snaking their way up on the side. Oh, lovely entry from Sampaius. This round's back and open for debate once more. 30 seconds and smoke goes down.
Halzerk looking to smoke them. The adjustment from the sniper off target and the bomb being planted. Snappy, he's done so much round in, round out, and this is another one where he delivers, and Floppy is all that remains for Complexity. Anubis is about to entomb them. As Complexity go down, we move to a 3rd.
It's easy to get on Complexity's back and, you know, say, oh, have they not won this one out? But honestly, Falcons to bounce back after being wrecked on Nuke. Got to give them credit. And it's that man again. Had a steamer of a last map, and he's off to the races again. So very quick. But Elige with those Julies, putting it down range, keeping A under control. He knows that mid is under T presence, though, so he has to pull the plug and get back. This effectively would be Elige against everybody, but they're actually wrapping around the back of the beat site right now, and that's into the hands of JT.
Oh, JT couldn't handle it, though. Goes down. P2000 footwork from Halzerk, good for the 1st. But we're left in a 2v2. Grim swings. Hits the head of Dupree. but the bomb's already been planted. All on Snappy. 1 versus 2 with a Glock. Posted up like a gangster, but Alicia's coming in with the Julies, the Wild West maneuver. Snappy clears the left, but the snapshot's not quick enough. Complexity take the pistol. Whenever you see that golf club come out, like, I don't know, man. Bad things happen, Vince. It's a bad omen.
Oh, he was so baited. He was so baited in. Son Pius was rapidly behind the baskets. A 2-for-2 trade, but it should open up business for the site. Very fast rotation and the HG behind it as well, though. It's going to force the Falcons back. They got so much time left on the clock, 1 minute and 20.
Could be sideswiped. He's the sole defender at the A-bomb site. If they go in free camera, they'd have a pretty clear path, but it's JT that's going to get checked. Ooh, Madden hits it. JT down in the dirt, and they unleash the heat towards the B-bomb site. Grim, given a 1-for-1. No trade potential, but Magisk at least equalizes on the response. Hauzerk up against 2 low HP Falcons. The Molly's going to burn for a few more seconds, denying his pathway in. Now he has an opportunity to strike. They peek in. Magisk reads it, and they equalize, throwing the cache of complexity away.
The Falcons picking up the pace already. Snappy's trying to make some maneuvers too on the shadow side. Sprayed down, but runs into his own molly and burns alive. Dupree, though, with a quick fire triple.
And this is a clean one. Mop and bucket in the third.
They've all built to this moment. It is just a FAMAS for JT, though. Not ideal. Lack of kits as well. And coming under heavy duress already over on the B site.
Ooh. Grim with 1, but there's rapid trade back, and it's some Pius, Madden, and Snappy that work together in unison. The Falcons, on their first real test, a rifle round where both teams are fully armed.
If your complexity, not pushing the panic button just yet. It has been a rough start. There's no doubt in that, but this is a T-sided map for the most part. Both teams do their better work.
Bit of a change of pace as well of how Floppy's playing it towards the main. Nice pre-nade early, goes over the top, 40 HP taken off of Sampaius. The step in the water, that's the audio cue. Sampaius strikes off the back of it, knowing his angle towards the pillar. From pillar to post, the ring around the rosies. Oh, looking to make Floppy fall down. And he will eventually. Molly towards camera as well, but they've already beaten the timing. They're in the bomb site, but it's so messy. Running back towards upper. The attention taken off of Elise. JT with a trade. 3 versus 3.
What the hell just happened?
So I don't know, mate.
All those rotations. Jesus. You could have put Bunny Hill music over the top of that one. And now Holt's going to hold the line before he's shut down in the back. So many backstabs. Assassins across the board on both teams. And I was talking before about how they're not going to push the panic button just yet. Well, if they lose this round, they absolutely will. And Snappy and Dupree, both alive, both healthy, in separate angles of aggression. Grim is smoked off. They have the kit, but already about a quarter of that timer has slipped away. JT making moves up in shadow. Grim's going to try and bait out this position, and he gets what he's looking for, but they need to try and shut down this player as fast as possible. He's wasting so much time right now. And although Snappy's gone down, it's down to Dupree to clutch out. And he's done enough. He's denied this round from being a possibility. Falcons will take a 6-1.
Terrorists win.
That Grand left in the back pocket. Maybe a heads-up decision then instead to go for the mobility. And this is why he wanted to go for the quick play out through middle and see if he could take the fight straight to them. It works for the opening moments, Vince, but it's going from good to a little bit risky. At least JT equalizes and Floppy wins out on the push this time.
Frido's managed to wiggle his way through the smoke, but he will be entombed by a leash. Adam with the freebie. They know exactly where he is now. Player poached up on the site. It's going to be JT. By making our own decision, controlling our own fate. And so far, it seems to have worked out for them, but there's every chance that Madden can still clutch this one out. He's fully healthy. He has the smoke, and he may get the element of surprise, but there's 2 of them pushing him right now as he runs out to the open. Oh, my goodness. He tagged Floppy. If that's a headshot, he is dead. Nice try from Madden. Jostling for position. The importance of this map. Tangible. To go through to the qualification match. Elige, oh, flash, pop flash, beautifully by Snappy. And that's a 3v pick. Onto one of the talisman players. Holzuk shoots down the middle, missing both players, but he won't miss a second time. And he knows he has to fight his way out of this one. Entombed between multiple players, he's been put to jail once more. And Magisk is going to dial the digits in. That should be enough for a Falcons 7-2 lead.
And they got to be loud in a matchup like this. You have to command respect in these final few rounds. Floppy. It felt like he got away with murder, but Sun Pius takes a pot shot back that connects. The chrome cannon blowing him away. So the weapon isn't secured, and neither is an advantage in the battle of attrition. Information is all they get on the B peak. Elige, up close, MP9. He's got to overwhelm Sun Pius here. Molotov goes deep, but it's all a ruse. They're not harsh committing to the play. Instead, backing off to support their teammates on the flank towards B, with Madden opening the back door onto the bomb site. And Elige now strikes. Oh, it's rough. The quick switch to the AK isn't fast enough, and Madden sees the lurk from Grim. Falcons with 3 players make their move to A.
They don't want to give away that the AWP is here, though. No speculative shot forthcoming. Second smoke put into place. But these smokes have been tossed down early, though, Jackie. There's going to be a lot of time after these clear for a potential execute. And Holzuk's missed his chance. It's going to cost Floppy and himself their lives.
JT with a walkout once again at the B-bomb site. This time he delivers, hits the head. Ooh, Elige also picking up the pieces. Magisk has been mullered. And it's just Sun Pius and Madden that are left. 45 seconds on the timer. The 11th round. Like we said, a round that Complexity need through and through. Could still be theirs if they can just close this one down. Sun Pius pre-scoped on the walk-up. They know about the angle that JT is currently lurking in. Back towards the pillar on the platform. Sniffs him out, finds the first quick response needed. Sun Pius hits it, grabs the AK, bomb going down. The choreography of Counter-Strike good for now, but he's about to be tested. They walk back in. Grim, up close. He's got a kit, so time isn't the issue. They need to play off one another. Elige looking for the peek out deep CT. Spray goes wrong. Falcons crumble. Elige grabs one of the 2 rounds Complexity need.
Dropped himself 18 kills with a 1.28 rating. Bit off on the spray there, though. Some aggression down on the con, but it's a 1-4 trade. JT does at least answer back. And Elige, always trying to play around the smoke. Just walks straight through it. Madden gets punished.
Last round of the first half then. Hangs in the balance of a 3 versus 3. Dupree being able to make a move out through middle and get the peek down on camera side. Mate, there's room for him to do something special here, but he doesn't harsh commit towards the A site. Instead goes for the lurk, back round on B. That's the point of rotation for Magisk, so it's better to know that that's clear. As he peeks towards CT, though, he's not ready for the backstab, and JT finds him. Magisk has looked crisp, but can he do it in a 1 versus 3 for the half?
Being flanked as well quickly, and it's Floppy with the AUG going to shut him down for the defuse. So Complexity will trail come that second half, 8-4, but they've given themselves a fighting chance.
4 rounds of difference, second half pistol going live. If Complexity have any energy left, it needs to be brought out right here, right now.
Yeah, they were put to the sword round after round, and they've lost the first player. But Elige counteracts, and now it's going to allow the T's to really try and rip forward, but Dupree gets another 2, and Snappy, oh, finishes off the rest. Falcons just immediately ransack, desolate the oncoming Complexity players, and if there was a lifeline before, Jackie, it's starting to just slip away. Ebb and flow with the waves out of hands control. Complexity in real trouble.
If they can redeem it, it can still work. I mean, they've got space into this round at the very least. Round 15, you take a lot of pressure on mid. It's going to allow you to control so much more of the map on Anubis. And if Sampaius doesn't expect it, Elige could find the pick. Sampaius reads it, though. Doesn't even take a lick of damage, Vince. Dupree down towards Dark doesn't need to make the moves, as Magis with a backstab finds Floppy. And this round goes from potential to possibly nothing in a matter of seconds.
1 kill.
All right. Here we go, then. Those 2 rounds of buffer. Dead in the water. Task even harder now. It's got to be absolutely flawless Counter-Strike through and through. Exchange on contact, JT. Skewers. Man from Denmark. And opens up onto the Falcons. As a reply back, though, you lose your talisman in Elige. No longer alive to shine in the round. Alzerk.
Had a couple of clutch moments throughout this series. Haven't seen him fully shine bright just yet. Maybe this is his moment. Maybe this is his time, or perhaps not. Halzerk nails it. Is it too little too late, though, from the Norwegian sniper? These are the shots that could have been landed on that CT side, and Sampaius had a whiff, had a chance, a glimmer of posting up the clutch, but that's going to quickly get snatched away as he's neutralized. And Snappy goes looking for some exit frags. It's a lot of money, though, on the CT side right now. He may want to go for this one. And why the hell not? He's so confident in his own abilities. There's just not enough time. He's neutralized one of the AKs bare minimum. So it's going to force another replenished purchase. And they've got so much rounds as a buffer. No need to throw this AK away. Worth a huge amount on the CT side. But that's 1 elimination point saved. 7 more to go for complexity.
Terrorists win.
5-12. 1 round at a time. 1 foot in front of the other. Magisk bringing the Org out. The Spartan of Falcons. That Snappy's profession is to strike at middle and get the opening pick.
Smoke now starting to dissipate and fade. Molotov tossed in. Sampaius goes looking. Oh, that flick. Halzerk had no chance. Snatched away the life. Obliterating the oncoming tease. Sampaius is doing it all alone. But he needed Dupree to activate there and help him out. Madden now last man standing. And Falcon's going to nail it in with a 2-1 win over complexity, causing the shot.